that with hope comes freedom. Walking out of the CAC, shame was lifted, my voice was found, and the light began. I saw the light again. I found my voice that day, and my life was forever changed. It is something that I will never forget. And for sure, it had a huge change in the trajectory of my journey, and bringing me justice and ultimately back to hope. Because of the CAC, I started my journey of holding on to hope and light in darkness, no matter what the journey has entailed. 2 years after I disclosed what happened to me, my case went to trial, and because I found my voice at the Trial and Advocacy Center, I was able to give a victim impact statement, and when I walked out of that courtroom, I knew that I would give back to the CAC field one day. I was determined to find purpose in my pain. The forensic interviewer, the detective on my case, and the victim advocate at the courthouse became my dream team. They always believed in me, they always believed in me, and encouraged me so much along the way. They brought me back to light and hope. This is the value of that team and the people who are doing this work every day. They were all present at my college graduation party. My forensic interviewer and I reconnected after 7 years after she interviewed me, and since 2012 we have traveled across New Hampshire and the country to share our story and aim to remind us all of why we do this work. The detective on my case came to my wedding in September 2022 and has been so supportive all these years. My team celebrates my wins. It's a truly powerful thing. It's a truly powerful thing when someone wins your flame and keeps it going. I try to carry that feeling and message of hope to others as I advocate and support survivors, and as I educate those who I have the opportunity to, in the decade I have walking families through the process I walked through long ago. I've learned so much. I've learned that healing is a lifelong journey, and healing is not linear. But because of the work that CACs do, like Canopy, hope and healing is possible. As years went by, I continued to find my voice, which ignited my passion to be a voice for survivors in all capacities. Because of the CAC, I carry my hope and light through my experience to others without shame. I stand before you tonight, 32 years old, successful, living my dreams, living on Cape Cod by the ocean, and which is so healing within itself. Truly happy, married, and a mom. This is something I truly never thought possible because of the physical ramifications of sexual trauma and the physical ramifications of my assaults, and what a miracle it is to say that I am a mom. My responsibility now is to shine. So is yours. My hope is hearing me speak tonight will light the flame in you to support the CAC movement, but more specifically, supporting Canopy and all the CACs in Ohio, but mostly Canopy. And if you are working with it, to continue to do what you are with all your heart, because it's the reason I'm standing up here tonight. I hope this encourages you and reminds you of your why. The work is hard, but worth it for kids like I was. It's been humbling and so amazing to go from where I was to where I am. Without the CAC, that would not have been possible. The definition of rise, an upward movement, an instance of becoming higher, my definition would say brighter. The definition of shine, to give out a bright light, to direct that light somewhere, to see something in the dark, something brighter. Survivors go on and do incredible things if they have the support. To shine is the epitome of being the light, not the darkness, for ourselves and for others. Even on the hardest and darkest days of my journey, I've always desired and inspired to be a beacon of hope and light. Like a lighthouse on the shore, guiding others to it. I try to be bold with my experiences to let others know that they are not alone, because I know I'm not alone in this room. And this is exactly what guiding to shine will allow survivors to do and those who support them. I hope is that from all around the world. I've always believed in my heart that if you find your voice, it can change your life. The CAC planted that reality into my life, and I am forever humbled and thankful to shine today because of it. We can only help the kids that we can reach. And to reach more kids, we know that we've got to reach more adults to financially support the CACs. And the adults that some child victims will find the courage to report to. We know that